I started swimming at night because I couldn't sleep. It began after my promotion, ironically. I thought the long hours would exhaust me, but they did something else instead. My brain wouldn't shut off. I'd lie in bed at 2 a.m., every muscle sore, my eyes dry and wide. My apartment felt too quiet. Every sound echoed. My breathing, the hum of the fridge, the soft creak of the floorboards cooling, and then there was the ceiling fan. The way it droned wasn't soothing. It was oppressive, heavy, rhythmic, like a breath. Not my breath, something else's. After 3 nights of staring at the ceiling until dawn, I gave up. I slipped on my old swimsuit, grabbed a towel, and walked to the lake. Harker Lake sits behind the town's rec center. No one swims there after dark. It's not forbidden, just not done. The water is deep, surrounded by pine trees, and the bottom drops off sharply just beyond the floating dock. I used to come here as a teenager with friends. We'd jump off the platform, scream into the blackness, pretend we weren't scared. Now, I came alone. The first night was cold. The kind of cold that shocks you awake when you slip beneath the surface. I waded in slowly, then swam out, away from the light of the dock. The cold scraped away all the static in my head. No thoughts, no panic, just my body, my breath, and the water cradling me in its embrace. I floated on my back for what felt like hours. When I got home, I slept without dreaming. It became a ritual. Every night, around 1 or 2 a.m., I would go. Sometimes I brought a thermos of coffee. Sometimes I left my towel at home so the cold would cling to me longer. It was the only time I felt real. I didn't tell anyone, not because I was ashamed, because I didn't want to share it. It felt personal, like a confession whispered only to the water. But something changed. Last Tuesday, I swam out farther than usual. The moon was thin, and the stars were blurred by a low mist. I hovered past the drop-off, where the lake floor vanished into darkness. That's when I heard it. A splash. Not mine. It came from behind me, near the dock. I turned. The water was still. No ripples. No sound. Just mist drifting like breath on a mirror. Then I saw it. A shape in the water. Low. Motionless. Just floating. It looked almost like a head. I squinted. "Hello?" I called. No answer. It didn't move. I treaded water, waiting. After a long moment, I swam toward it. Slowly, the shape remained still, until it didn't. It sank, not like a body would, with bubbles or thrashing. It just slipped beneath the surface without a sound. When I reached the spot, the water was empty. I went home fast that night. I told myself it was nothing, debris, maybe a heron, but something in my stomach twisted every time I blinked. Still, I went back the next night. I had to. The lake was quieter, the air heavier. I waited on the dock for a long time, watching the trees. Finally, I stepped into the water and swam. 15 minutes passed, maybe 20. Then I saw it again. The shape, but closer. 10 feet away. Definitely ahead. dark hair fanning out on the surface, pale face barely visible in the moonlight. My face. I froze. It didn't move. I lifted my arm, slowly. So did it. I treaded water in place. So did it. It mirrored me. Perfectly. But its face was too still. Eyes wide. Lips slightly parted. Not breathing. Then it smiled. But I didn't. That broke the spell. I turned and swam. Fast. Arms cutting through water like knives. I reached the shore, stumbled out, heart hammering. When I looked back, the lake was empty. I skipped the lake the next night, but I felt it all the same. A pressure in my ears, like I was underwater even on dry land. A muted throb behind my thoughts. I started catching glimpses of myself in windows. Only the reflections moved wrong. They blinked too slow, smiled too long. The mirror in my bathroom began to feel occupied. I stopped looking in it. On Friday, I tried to talk to my sister. I called her just to hear someone else's voice. But when she picked up, I couldn't speak. Her voice sounded off, hollow, like she was talking through a tunnel. "Are you there?" she asked, but it didn't sound like her. I hung up. That night I dreamed I was underwater, but I wasn't swimming. I was lying at the bottom of the lake, face up, eyes open. Something hovered above me, but not quite. Her eyes were black and still. She leaned closer, and when she opened her mouth, water poured out. I woke choking on air. By Sunday, I couldn't take it anymore. I went back. I brought a flashlight and a knife. The dock creaked under my feet. Mist hung low. The lake looked still, but I could feel something moving beneath it. I waded in. The water welcomed me. I swam out, then dove under the waves. The flashlight beam cut through murk and weeds. Tiny fish darted past. The silt swirled in soft clouds. Then, movement. Behind me. I turned. Nothing. Then I saw something below. A handprint in the mud. 5 fingers. Human. Fresh. I shot to the surface, heart pounding. She was there, 10 feet away. Her face was clearer this time. My face, but drained, bloated, eyes black and wide. She didn't float. She hovered. Then she spoke. Her mouth didn't move, but the words filled my head. "You gave me shape." I froze. "You gave me your quiet, your weight, night after night." I tried to swim back. "You shed yourself into me until I became you." She moved closer. I thrashed, kicked, pulled myself toward the dock. She didn't follow. Not yet. Now, I'm ready. I made it to the shore and collapsed on my back. The stars spun. The lake was still. I didn't sleep that night. I stared into the mirror until dawn. My reflection stared back, mostly. At one point, I blinked, and she didn't. I turned away. Last night, I woke up standing on the dock. I don't remember walking there. I don't remember putting on my swimsuit. I looked down and saw myself in the water, floating, face up, eyes open, smiling. I felt cold, even though I was dry. She spoke again. One of us has to stay. I don't remember diving in, but I remember sinking. The water wrapped around me like arms. Then I was beneath her, looking up. And she was rising, taking my place. I woke up in my bed, dry. But something's wrong. But the mirror. My reflection smiles before I do. She blinks late, moves just slightly behind. And sometimes, just for a moment, her mouth opens like she's trying to speak. Sometimes I catch myself blinking and realize I didn't mean to. I hear water in my ears when it's silent, like the lake is still there, inside me. Or worse, that I'm still in it. And the thing walking around with my face is only pretending to be me. Every time I pass water, fountains, sinks, puddles, I stop. Not to look, just to listen. I think she's trying to tell me something. Or maybe I'm trying to remember. The cold clings longer now. My skin doesn't warm the way it used to. People at work say I look pale. Distant, I nod. I smile too wide. I don't blink enough. And I keep waking up soaked. Bed sheets damp, hair wet, feet muddy. The lake doesn't let go. I think it took something from me, or maybe it gave something back.